Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Mafia Roundtable with Dominic Sicali. Today, everything is being performed remotely. My film crew couldn't make it, so hopefully the reception, everything works out properly. Even Gene's connection, he'll be remotely, and hopefully the sound, everybody hears what has to be said. First off, I'm going to say we anticipate a lot of negative comments. Bring them on, but try to keep them respectful, or keep them where they make sense. So, and also would just I don't like what's going on, but I'm never going to back down. Gene is my friend, and I'm always going to back him, and he has my support every which way. He's an individual who is growing into himself, learned to conform into a new life, which is difficult for him. He's a lot younger than I am, so hopefully he'll listen to what I have to say and follow lead. Not everybody's perfect. We all make mistakes in life. With that, I'll introduce Gene Borello. Gene, welcome on Mafia Roundtable, and I'm glad you're home and free and out of jail.
Thank you, Dom. How you been, man?
All right, all right. I've been doing my thing, as you know. I'm glad to see you home. We have a lot of stories to tell. I know when you were incarcerated with a lot of jailhouse gossip that went on. So can't wait to hear that.
But I mean, we'll start it off. I mean, we can start it off. I walked in and Dom, a funny story. I walked into the jail. We go into like it's a unit called 4 North. It's like they're all high profile criminals.
And that's in where MDC, Brooklyn?
That's in MDC.
Okay, that's MDC, the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York.
So how they do it now is they don't have rat houses no more. They just do dropouts, high profile, and cooperators. They're all together.
Oh wow!
So there's no more WITSEC in MDC. It's just everyone together. So you could be a dropout, not even be a cooperator, and be in a house with me. Wow. They have it ran like a real zoo now.
It is what it is, the whole system. And we'll be talking about that in a later edition with prison reform, how it's just gotten really out of control. It's disgusting. But first and foremost, Gene, I'm going to play a snippet of, you'll hear the voices, everybody, about what was actually said last night on Joey Molino's podcast. And then, Gene, I want you, please, just... I know you are extremely explosive, but we're no longer in the life. We're not in the streets. And I got your back always. But, you just have to grow into yourself and readjust and learn. You were around the Bananos. You were around Vinny Asaro, who is very, very explosive. And you just...
Oh, my
God. And there's times, listen, you just have to learn. You have to grow into yourself.
If anyone had to deal with a rough guy, I had to deal with one of the worst ones, okay? And you know that, okay? That guy was a fucking nut. Oh, my God.
I do. I know it. But now's a different life for you. So I know you do hear me. We do go back and forth. People don't know our conversations most of the times, and I'm always trying to give you good advice. And there's times where you're set in your ways, where you feel your point, and I respect that. But then there's other times where you do agree with me and you say, you know what, Dom, you're right. So let's just try to, there's going to be a lot of negative comments about this, but just, as I don't even have to tell you, I know you keep it real 24/7. That's what I love about you. But I'm going to play this snippet, and then you could explain what actually happened. All right? Let me play it for everybody.
Okay.
Start trouble for no reason.
Yeah, they want to talk about. I don't even know these people.
And they just want to talk about it.
Yeah, this sort of fucking idiot. Gino Borello, he was on last week. Somebody sent me a video. I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Talking about him, he's coming to file. What the fuck he said.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he's a professional woman beater.
Really?
Yeah, professional. That's all they do. I got a whole list. That's all they do is beat women up. You need to Me Too to get on him. He beat his ex-girlfriend up, threatened to kill her, killed the husband, chopped the door down, smashed her phone, threatened her whole family. He says when he grabbed the father and beat the dog shit out of him. Then he gets locked up for it. And the little punk that he is, he got 6 months in jail. He made his mother come to court with him and cried to the judge, please don't send my son back to jail. Please, a real tough guy. He's got his mother in court begging the judge. He would have made his mother go in and do the time if he could. That's what a punk he is. So
now, Gene, everybody,
Yeah.
let me, and I'm going to interject here first. You know what I don't like? How dare Joey bring a mother involved? Because when I went away, I had my mother and my grandparents going to the court, doing the same thing for me. That's human nature. That's what families do.
Tom, he knows every Italian mother is like that. So that doesn't even matter.
Exactly.
Well, besides that, he has to understand that, what he said was incorrect. I never hit her. I did threaten my ex-girlfriend's father, but it had nothing to do with her. She actually tried to save me from going to jail, my ex-girlfriend. That was 2 years ago. He's talking about a wholly different story.
Exactly.
That's not even what I went to jail for this time. He's totally off. That's totally something different. And like I said, I'm not even mad. He can say what he wants. He's basically giving the people false information. If anyone knows, my shit is public knowledge. I never touched nobody. I went to jail for this time. I went to jail for leaving the state without permission and doing the podcast. That's what I went to jail for 6 months for. So if you look at my charges, they had nothing to do with my ex-girlfriend. That was my last violation.
Right. And tell us about your last violation, Gene, because I want to hear it. Did you put your hands on your former girlfriend?
No, I'm kidding me. I went and got 4 months. If I hit her, I only got 4 months in jail. So, yeah, I didn't touch nobody. It was just they were mad about the podcast. They were mad about remember, we started this shit, me and Johnny.
Right.
So they were mad about that. They were mad. The government was mad at me and Johnny Eli for bringing out all these cooperators. And that's what they were taking out on me because I'm on probation. Johnny Eli's not. So they were able to mess with me because I was on probation. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's what they were doing to me. They were looking for anything to put me in jail and fuck with me. But my prosecutor, Lindsay Gertis, loved me and didn't want to hurt me. So she saved me. You understand? So they were looking for anything to hurt me, the higher ups, and she saved me. That's all it was. It had nothing to do with my ex-girlfriend. That was just an excuse.
Now,
my ex-girlfriend was right. Yeah.
Now, Gene, what I have, and what bothers me, and people out there, you know what? And I'm going to say this is my opinion, and I'm entitled to it.
Yeah.
Why? And Gene, just hear me out. Why would Joey Molino come on social media? Everybody's like, it's the big thing. He's still part of the Mafia. And the only reason I could think of is he becoming a rat? Does he have other intentions? Because he's talking about his.
Tom,
Gene, wait.
As well as I do, there's no way he could be a mob guy and be on YouTube.
We know that.
He has to be either shelved, or he has to be either labeled a rat, and he's just saying, fuck it, I'm going to make money now. There's no way he could be active and do that, Dom.
And trust me, Gene, I still have my ear to the ground. And I was told he is still the boss of Philly. New York families are very upset that he's on social media. But that just leaves me to believe. And I know we're going to get comments where people say, Joey Molino would never rat. Well, let me tell you something. Joey Molino couldn't shine Joe Messino's shoes in his best day. And Joe Messino ratted.
He's the boss of Philly. We look down upon them. We all don't respect them. We look down on Philly. They're nothing. They're a crew of 10 guys. They're a corner store gang. Nobody cares about them. I'm not even worried about them. Nobody's worried about them.
But Gene,
come on, Dom.
But Gene, back in the day, they were formidable. They were there when you had Nicky Scarfo,
30 years ago.
Shangolini.
30 years ago.
They were a dominant crime family, and they still are. Because listen, and I really don't know who. But Gene,
they had 60 soldiers total.
But Gene, you still don't know who's there nowadays. The times have changed. They could still have 60 guys, but a lot of people are on the ground. They're not. Look at the Genovese crime family. All I'm saying is
nonviolent.
By Joey Molino coming on social media, what is he? The next thing we'll hear Joey Molino's ratting. That's going to be the next thing. And cooperating with the government, because he's telling stories now. From sports. Now he's told his armor car story, a robbery. Like, whoa, where you going? And it seems like he's trying to provoke people to come out, to say things, to go at him. You know, I just see nothing good of it. And from New York, they're very upset with him. Extremely upset.
Listen to me. Listen, we're cooperators. We're allowed to do this. He's an active boss. He looks like the biggest clown in the country. You understand that I'm getting messages in my DMs from guys from Philly saying that this guy's a joke. They're laughing at him. Literally, they're saying, yo, this guy's a joke. He's on YouTube. He's an active boss. Whatever. They're making fun. People are making fun of him right now. You do know that, right?
Oh, I know. Listen, I know. I know that.
And he's talking about my girl. He needs to worry about his wife who was banging his whole crew. That's what he needs to worry about. He's talking about my girlfriend and what I did. He needs to worry about his wife banging New York Giants, doing this, doing that while he's in prison. How much respect did he have? His wife's running around town on him.
Gina,
Nobody ever did that to you. Nobody ever did that to Brittany and Sarah. Nobody did it to Ronnie G. What's up with this guy?
no, and I could tell you that you're not lying, because I think one of his guys, they got caught. I know the story back
Under
from
the
the
bed.
night. And
Under the bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, under his bed. And I'm very good friends with John Rubio, and John Rubio knows everything about him. So he needs to be careful what he says.
Well, we'll bring John Rubio on the show as well.
Yeah, he's coming. Don't worry, he's coming on.
And
like
that's
I said,
it.
you gotta understand. This guy, listen, Dom. I know I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be a different person, but I'm not trying to be a tough guy. I am a cooperator, but I am not worried about Joey Molino any which way. He's on YouTube. He's not a threat to me. He might say he's this, he's that, he's a tough guy. To me, he's one of us now. Honestly,
Right.
You have to understand that he is.
No,
he's one of us. He's on YouTube.
I agree.
On YouTube.
I agree with that. And you know what, Gene? It's not about being a tough guy. Anybody could pull a trigger. That's you know that too. Anybody.
I pulled many triggers. It don't matter.
Exactly.
It don't matter if I pull a trigger. I'm saying, but the fact is, he is talking on YouTube now, so he is basically a rat. No,
not basically. It is what it is. I mean, everybody's going to look up to him. Yeah, he's a mafia boss. He's on YouTube, but that's not part of the life. The life was supposed to be a secret society, not going on YouTube and exposing it.
Dom, you're older than me. You were a skipper. I'm saying, to me, in my era, the Philadelphia mob, we used to make fun of them. They were a joke. They called pasta sauce gravy. We don't even recognize that. They call pasta sauce gravy. Who calls sauce gravy? These Philadelphia herbs. I don't even care about these people. You know what I'm saying? But, I know you're trying to change me and be a better person. To me, he's a clown. That's what I always call him. To me, that's what he is. That's my opinion.
And I agree with you. I do agree with you.
Sorry.
I did think at first, well, he's coming out with a podcast talking about sports. Cool. He wants to talk about rats. Cool. But don't start bringing people's mothers involved. And that, to me, that's dirty. That's crossing the line.
We'll just get his wife involved. Involved. That's all. If he wants to do that, and we'll bring out her dirt that she was, banging all his friends.
Yeah.
Because that's what she was doing.
And there was an allegation that she was pregnant also by an NFL player, correct?
Yeah. Oh, she got pregnant by him. Yeah. So let's go into that. You want to go into that?
And he can't say it was in the papers.
Wait,
it was in the newspapers.
No, let's go into that. He got shot in his ass. That's his claim to fame. His claim to fame is getting shot in his ass and running for his life. People says, "Oh, you never got shot like Joe Molino." Yeah, I know. I'm not a fucking jerk off that got shot. That's a big. That's cool. When it become cool to get shot and not shoot back? There's nothing cool about that. You got shot in your ass. You're a tough guy.
Well, I got shot in my ankle.
Okay.
So
great.
Does that count?
He got shot in his ass and ran for his life. I was locked up with Teddy DiVittorio, the one that killed the chicken man, Philly Testa. That was my good friend. He told me that Joey Molino only became the boss because he was related to Nicky Scarfo. That's what I was told. But, I don't know.
No, I don't know that either, so I can't comment on it. But you know what, Gene, in all fairness, everybody on my comments, half the people like you, half the people don't like you. They say you won't change. I have faith in you.
I don't have the hair on my tongue, Don. That's what they don't like about me.
No, I know that.
Joey Molino's lucky. You're taming me right now. I'm only
I know that.
Because usually I'm bad. He doesn't even know he got himself into me.
But Gene, you don't have listen.
Because I would terrorize him on the internet. Right
you don't even have to go there.
Because I'm trying to be different. I'm trying to be a good person. I'm older now. I'm trying to be respectful. But he doesn't even know he's barking up the wrong tree. I will make him not want to be on YouTube no more. But I'm just gonna be nice. I'm just gonna calm down. I'm gonna chill out with you.
Listen, a lot of times you'll get more with honey than you will vinegar. So and you could state what you want to state. This is YouTube. But there's ways to do it. It's not always about violence. It's just is what it is. And don't get me wrong. I've always said this, and I said it to you in person. Don't start a fight. If you have to protect yourself, then you do what you have to do and leave them in the street. If you have no choice, protect yourself and your family. Always do that. 100%. You're a man. And I told you, then after that, call law enforcement. This way, you defended yourself, and that was it. But, you have to change. Everybody has.
I got some funny stories to tell you in jail if you want to hear.
Oh, I know. No, we could go into that at a later date. I want you to hear some of the questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll go into them and hear what people have to say, because I know there's going to be a lot of negative. You have a lot of Joey Molino fans out there. They're, riding his coattail. But so let it be, Gene. Just take it on the chin. And Answer best
Well,
as you
Dom,
can.
you don't realize how many fans Gene Barello got.
Oh, I know.
have lots of them. I have lots of them. So let's go.
Yeah,
Let's hear
Maddie,
it.
you have any questions?
They're just going.
They're flying
between-
through?
Yeah.
All right.
See, it's moving. I can't even read it.
Well, you can hold it, right?
I'm
Oh,
trying.
okay. How many people are on?
678.
Oh, we got 600 people. 678, Gene.
So I knew that would happen.
Not bad.
Okay.
Well, everybody wants to hear you, see how you're doing. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Of course.
Neil,
Of course
Neil
they do.
says Joey hasn't said shit about anything or anybody in that life. No, he's not.
Well, Neil, just to answer that, I just played you a video excerpt. You heard Joey talking about Gene.
Yeah. What'd you
So,
say?
and
What was
the
the
best part is, wait, when Joey said he'll talk about expose the rats, he said he'll be truthful. You could go there, tell the truth. Gene never put his hands on his former girlfriend, and that was a
Right,
lie.
Never happened. Never happened.
Right, and he's saying
Never
that you beat her,
Right. Never happened. It's a lie.
but you did threaten her.
Oh yeah. I threatened to follow.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Hey Dom,
Yeah.
question.
But then I was friends with him 2 weeks later. So come on.
right,
Gravy.
I called sauce.
Gravy, that's that Philly.
Put over meat.
Gravy, Sunday
Yeah.
gravy. What are you from Alabama? I said, it's a sauce. That's what we call it. I don't know. Pasta
Yeah.
Sunday sauce, buddy.
Yeah, gravy's what you have over steak. You ask for gravy
Gravy. What the fuck is that?
or meatloaf.
Never heard that.
Gravy goes over meatloaf.
That's some Philly shit.
Yeah,
I
that's a
don't know.
brown.
Yeah, what else?
Yeah, what else?
So Jesus says, "Hey Gene, when was the last time you beat your girlfriend?" Also, Maddie, has Dom ever beat you?
All the time. All the time. I beat her down. Nah. No, but I do. You know what? No, I'll keep it real. My mouth could get really disrespectful, and it's disgusting the way I would speak when I do explode. And I'm working on it. I'm working on it every day because it is disgusting.
Me too.
And a man shouldn't speak
Yeah, I have
to a
a bad
woman
mouth.
that way.
I got a bad mouth. Yeah.
So, good.
What else you got?
So, Gene would destroy. The questions are just they're
All
moving
right.
so fast.
Well, we know Gene
What
will
do you say?
destroy Joey Molino.
Well, Dom,
I'll
can you
beat
ask
that.
Gene?
I would beat the brakes off Jerry Molina. I'll drag him up and down the street. He's fucking 58 years old.
Gene,
He's 5'4".
Gene, we know that.
110 pounds. I would choke slam and drag him around.
We know
And he could
that.
bring his best guy too. He could bring the best guy, best Philly bum he got too. How about that? Please. I was knocking guys out in jail. I almost caught a federal charge for beating an update.
Gene.
Please.
Gene.
People.
Listen.
Roy
Good.
Munson, Dom, can you ask Gene, will he ever apologize for beating Robert Controni's fiance?
What did he say?
Did you beat a guy, Robin Troni's fiance?
Did I do what?
Robin?
Oh, Bam. We brought up the guy in our crew. Dom. Bam. You know Bam, Jerry's guy.
Oh, yeah?
Sarah's guy. Yeah, we got him for like $500,000. But
No.
that was our own crew. It was our own guys. It was our own, so we did our own thing. Like it was like a inner circle thing.
Oh, so you
We
robbed
robbed
him.
one of our
Oh,
guys.
Jackie you're talking about, who owned Bam Auto Repair.
Yeah, Bam's Auto Body.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
in our
yeah,
crew.
yeah.
He was with Jerry. He's on
Right,
Jerry
right, right.
Hernandez. We robbed him. Wise guys. Me, John Mangano robbed him, and Angel Curl. We got him. Our own guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else, man?
Apologize for that shit.
It's moving.
All right.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, you want me to look and see?
Dom, when was the last time you talked to the
Last time I spoke to the FBI, a few months ago?
They hate me.
Few months
They hate
ago?
me. They
See
hate
how
me,
I'm
so
doing?
They're not allowed to talk to me.
Yeah, they were asking me how am I doing? Is everything okay? They
Yeah. They hate me.
pulled the hair out of you I have with you.
Well, I gotta shout him out. That's the greatest man alive. Bro. I
Yeah.
love to talk about him. Judge Flock, man. The prosecutor, the chief of organized crime flew in from DC to get me a year and a day consecutive, and Judge Flock told me to get lost, basically.
You're an angel. So because he's put it in
He's
the line
awesome.
many
I
times
love
for
that
you.
guy, man. I love it. He's the best judge you'll ever get. You'll never be another guy like that ever in the business.
That's
ever.
true.
He went against the prosecutor 3 times for him. It's unheard of, they said.
No, it
should
is.
got 5 years, he said. They should have got 5 years. Easy.
Definitely. Carrie, anything else?
I'm category 6, level 43. I'm supposed to be getting 60 months easy.
Ronnie says, Dom, has your business partner in the UK out of prison yet? Funny how you leave that out.
Ronnie, get your facts straight. My business partner in the UK never went to prison. He was actually detained. He was on bail. The US was trying to extradite him. And the UK, during their investigation to extradite him, they said, no, the US government didn't warrant any just cause to show criminal activity. So they did not extradite him. So get your facts straight. He was never in jail. He was home. He beat the extradition charge. He's a free man to roam in the UK and other countries as well that have 0 extradition. The UK.
Yeah, these guys just freestyle.
No, I know. But you know what, Gene? There's ways to correct it. And you just correct it by that. But everybody wants to throw dirt and say things, but let them. They're entitled, and people are entitled to get things wrong, too. I get things wrong.
Me and you were having this conversation. I'm not bragging about it, but if you really break it down, the Bonanno family was the most violent family in the 2000s. You do know that, right? We were the worst family. We were always the worst, the most dangerous family.
Oh,
we
I
just
agree.
died out now, but Bonanno's family, we got more work than everybody. We produce bad guys. That's just what we do. That's just what it is. Not no more, I'm saying, but from the 2000s to 2015, we were the worst family. All the violence came from us.
Yeah, but Gene, you have to realize too, even though when you're in the street life, that's something to be proud of, but you're not in the street life anymore. So you do have to look at it like.
But I'm saying that's the. I'm trying
and
to
that's not the lesson. Also,
or this or that. They
correct.
Don't listen to the things that we were doing. These guys weren't doing that stuff.
But
I was running around like a.
Also,
all I was missing was the horse. You could have called me a. I'm like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I hate. Guys are not doing the things we were
growing up. We're a curveball right now. Growing up, what made you get involved in the streets? Because my case, I didn't have a father, and I gravitated to the streets. What was it that made you change?
Growing up in Howard Beach, bro, it's like a soap opera. It's all around you. You know, it's like literally right in front of you. Nice, women. You know what I'm saying? You know the grass. Oh, come on. You know
Did you have any aspirations in school, in sports, for anything? Because you have a good body that it looks like you could be very athletic, like, or it was just the streets from day one.
I was awesome at sports, but I was just Dom. I had mental problems, Dom. I was just a bad kid. Okay. I'm sorry. It's just what it is.
No, it happens. It happens. But you know
I was
what?
Just a bad kid, Dom.
You're at a point in your life. You have a second, third chance. Let's make the best out of it. Let's prove people wrong, because you're gonna have haters, Gene. You're gonna have haters. And again, I spoke to you. I know you're loyal. You're a good person. You know, you have to understand you separated from that life. We're not part of that life anymore. So
but
what gets people,
I don't look for trouble, but I don't run from it. Nobody's gonna abuse me.
No, I know that.
What I'm saying, I'm good. That's just the way I am. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm in Tampa now. People know how I am over here. I'm a cool guy. Just don't mess with me.
Right.
I'm cool. I'll say hello to you. We're friendly. Ha ha he he. But once you get serious with me, you're gonna see a different side of me. That's just what it is. And I'll be like that to the day I'm dead. You know, I'm a friendly dude. Just don't cross me. I'm cool. You know, don't try to embarrass me. Don't try to belittle me. And we're good. You know, I'm respectful. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, trying to be a good person, but just don't think you're gonna come up to me and abuse me. It's just not gonna happen.
I know, but you have to also learn in life too, Gene. It's not always about the violence. You can walk away from words. As long as I look at things, see, I was like that too growing up, but it came to a point where as long as somebody doesn't put their hands on me, I'm okay. I'm okay, because maybe I'm secure with my manhood. I know what I could do. I know what I'm capable of doing. And you just have to start transitioning into that mentality.
You're right.
So
you're right, but you know what I wanted to say to you, Dom? Another story real quick about with Joey Merlino. He said he ran into Chris Pacello and he abused Chris Pacello. Chris Pacello would rip his head off and shit down his neck. Okay, let me explain that to you. Okay, so that big story he talked about him and Chris Pacello would abuse him. Okay, literally beat him all over the street. So that little big story he said about him running into Miami and doing all that stuff, that's a lie. Okay, I know guys that know Chris Pacello very well. Chris Pacello would slap him around. Okay.
Listen, I heard at that game, Joey said something to him. Here's what I heard. And then Chris ripped into him. ripped into him,
Of course.
called him out, and
Bro.
Joey walked away.
Bro, I know guys that were locked up at Chris. He was the strongest
Oh, I
guy in
know.
the
He
jail.
was knocking
He was
people out.
abusing
I
them.
heard that too.
Knocking people out cold, bro.
Even
He's
on
a
the
fucking
street.
monster. He would like take Joey and rip his head off. Come on, bro. These fake stories. My
So
God.
we have some questions, Gene. So go ahead.
Well, we have
Yeah.
Dean Justice. Thanks for your contribution. Dom, as fast as Gene talks, he should read the questions when Maddie is not home. And another guy said
What'd he
there
say?
is decaffeinated coffee.
What did he say?
Gee,
What happened?
you're wired out of your mind on coffee. There's decaffeinated coffee.
No, I can't. I'm not supposed to drink Red Bull or coffee. That's all I
I
drink.
know. Listen, I told my wife when I get him on, I gotta give him a bottle of Prozac to calm him down.
Right now, I'm pacing.
I know. I can imagine. Don't worry. Next time you come on and you come here to do it, we're gonna go work out
Yeah.
first at the gym. I'll make sure I tire your ass out.
Yeah, I'm in the gym right now. I'm talking to you. I'm in there right now.
Oh, you're too much.
Yeah, I love it.
So
Oh, yeah.
Pat Travelino says, please, people, if we're going to learn anything, can we ask serious questions? Because there is a whole bunch of
Yeah. Well, we're here for the serious questions. As long as they're respectful, Gene's here to answer any allegations that somebody wants to make, inferences. Ask him. But you see, he's acting under control. Yes, he tells it the way it is. He's not a punk. He'll go at it with anybody. But just show respect. You want to be disrespectful, he'll be 10 times disrespectful.
Oh.
Okay, so here's a question. Can Gene talk about Joe Mendel from OZHB area?
Joe Mendel. Joe Mendel?
Who?
Joe
Joe
Mendel.
Mendel. Who was talking about Joe Mendel? Yeah,
Who-
why? What's up with
Who
him?
is he?
He's a nice guy. He's awesome. Why?
From OZ.
He
HB
likes him.
area.
Yeah.
Gene
Joe
likes
Mendel's
him.
a cool guy. Yeah, what's wrong with him?
He's a cool guy.
Nothing
What's up
about
with him? He said.
Yeah, he's a fighter. He's a tough guy. He
Okay.
fights. He's a street guy.
So
Brawler.
he wants to know
Uh-huh.
about him.
He wants to know about him, so he just said he's a tough guy. Anything else?
Yeah, Joey Mendel gets busy. Yeah.
Okay.
It says here, Joey Merlino came up when the mob was real. Why slander his character? He's a legend. He made it, and he's just selling funny stories on YouTube.
Funny stories
Me too.
about an armed robbery is not a funny story. Talking about people, he wants to expose rats, cool. But when you bring in parents involved, innocent mothers, that's not cool. So the only inkling that I could come up with why he's on social media, he's becoming a rat. Because the
Yeah,
mafia
100%.
guy, a mafia
that's a rat
boss,
move.
does not go on social
Bro,
media.
listen to me. If this was the real mafia back in the day, he'd be killed for going on YouTube. They would kill him.
Oh, definitely. If
They would kill
Scarfo
him.
was out there, they would have took him out already.
They would have killed him for going on the internet. Come on, bro. You know,
Yeah.
Joe Messina would have ordered his murder within 24 hours.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Agree.
You know that guy. You know, we're the same family, bro. Come on, you can't even say his name. You had to touch your ear.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Come on, man.
So Nanny says Gene wasn't even in the family, so stop saying y'all were the worst family. You wasn't in the family.
No.
You was an associate to the family.
He is part of the family. All associates are part of the crime family. Can't
Bro,
go
tell them
anywhere
I
else.
hung out with a skipper every day. I hung out with a skipper and a wise guy, and I hung out with a consigliere every day. What are they talking about?
And it's still
I hang out
Gene.
with Vinny and Sarah every day.
Gene,
It's
they just
royalty.
don't. People
Love
just.
royalty.
Gene, people don't know. They think because you need to be made to be part of a crime family. That's not true, folks.
That's bull.
Because there's.
First of all, I was proposed at 27 years old. I was going in. Ryan G kept backing me up because he didn't want me on his list. Okay, I was the youngest, wildest kid coming out of my area. Everyone knows that who knows me. Okay, so these guys only tell these fake stories. Yeah, I didn't get straightened out. I was supposed to get made at 28 years old, bro. That's very young to get in.
Gene, to me,
You
it
should
doesn't
guys wait
matter.
longer.
The buttons don't matter. It's the person inside, and you do have the quality. You just have to calm down. That's the
Yeah.
only downfall I see with you if you
Alright.
were in the life.
So the next question, Big G asked, hey Dom, ask Gene if John Gotti, Peter Gotti's son, is still active.
It's Peter Gotti's son. He was never active. He was with me. I was trying to get him with my family because nobody wanted him, but he was a tough kid. I don't knock him.
Okay.
John Gotti's grandson you're talking about, my co-defendant, he was a tough little fuck, but nobody wanted him because they hate the Gotti family. So they were jerk-offs and they go on the internet and all that stuff. But
Gotcha.
I liked him. He was tough. I grabbed him up.
So
Yeah.
Jason James, thanks for your contribution. He said, Gene, don't let dumb people get to you.
See? Don't let dumb people
Yeah.
get to you.
No, they don't. I don't care about it, bro. I've been doing this for years now. It's funny to me. I actually have fun doing this.
Oh, I know you do. Anything else, man?
It says that doesn't make you a made man.
No, but let me explain that to you too. Let me go back to that. All associates, they can't do anything. Anything. I had
Without
people
reporting.
around me.
Without reporting.
Listen, if I found out they did anything, and just for instance, say if Jimmy, or not, I'm even going to use Jimmy, say Paul was around me, he's an associate. Then all of a sudden, John Gotti came up to me. Hey, I want Paul. Paul has to do this. I'm like, John, I'll beat the shit out of Paul right now. You can't do, they can't do a thing. So yes, they are around the crime family. They, you know what? It's like a guy on probation. They're with you.
We're on record.
Right. They're on
Yeah,
record. You said it right.
Bro, listen, we're on record. We're waiting to get in. You have to get proposed for membership. It's very easy to break down. You guys don't understand it. You have to be an associate to become a member. So most families want 5 to 10 years on record with a wise guy, and then you get proposed. That's how it goes. Me, in my hand, I was very wild. I was doing a lot of fucking wild shit, shooting people in broad daylight, doing crazy shit. I got them a little nervous. I was sticking up wise guys. I was sticking up social clubs. They kind of were getting supposed to kill me. They saved me a few times. And that's it. Vinny Style loved me very much. He loved guys like me. He was going to put me in. Everybody got locked up. That's the story of my life.
So he was just as wild at the age of what, 70? I says he was just as wild at what, the age of 70?
How about the age of 80?
Crazy fuck.
How about he wanted me to kill a janitor? He was 79 years old. He goes, he wanted me to kill a janitor, Dom. Okay?
Yeah.
I ended up beating the guy up with a billy club. He wanted me to shoot him in his head for putting his hands on him.
Yeah, I don't know how he survived all those years, to be honest with you. I know the 10 year I was out there, he wasn't even active. They had him on the side.
So Bleak Future said
listen to me.
He
was a great guy. I'm not
somebody said we're both going to get clipped.
He was crazy, but I loved him. I did. I even told the FBI that I loved him.
Yeah.
I did.
And it's funny because I say I love my Vinny too, and people can't understand it. What I did was business. It's just when you're with somebody every day, it's different.
Violence. I remember I went to him for a situation. I had a beef with this Crip kid, and I said, "Ben, how should I handle it?" He goes, "Oh, just kill him." I said, "What do you mean? I could just kill him?" I said, "I'm asking for advice." He goes, "Just kill him."
Yeah, with Vinny, you needed a cemetery.
That was his big plan.
Okay, good.
Great.
Contribution, Benny Massimo. Hi, Dom. I'm from your neighborhood. I lived next to the store to your friend Frankie F. When I was younger, our neighborhood was Genovese country. When did the Bananos take over?
I would say in the 90s. That's when the Bananos started
90s.
coming in the Bronx. That's when, and Vinny had the Bronx on his back. I would say that.
The Queens fraction was the most strongest until Joe went dead.
Right. But
because the Queens Banana fraction was huge, and then the Bronx fraction took over.
Yeah.
Johnny, everybody, all you guys took over. But other than that, the Queens fraction was the strongest. I mean, our family was screwed anyway. We made our underboss a cop. The cop, you sound like telling the cop. You know what I'm saying? It's our CO.
I agree to that. And again, my argument is a list goes around. You mean to tell me nobody knew in the 5 families that this guy was a corrections officer? Somebody knew. I think it was Joe Messino told everybody shut up.
That's what I feel like.
And they respected him, and that was it. Everybody turned a blind ie for that one.
All right.
Well, I can tell you one thing. People were terrified of him. Ronnie G was telling me stories that guys were so scared of this guy. Man, it was insane. Vinny and Sarah hated him. He wasn't scared of him. He hated him. They hated each other. Him and Vinny hated each other.
Right. Yeah, Maddie.
They hated each other.
Maddie's laughing.
Bill Williamson, thanks for your contribution. Hello, Maddie. How's your day going? How do you feel about the Mafia, Maddie?
Maddie feels like right now she's in a boxing ring trying to referee here. She's trying to get questions in. We got jeans. Woo! You have me beat, brother.
So Brock H. Ramsey, thank you for your contribution. Ramsey, New Jersey native. You were friends with my Uncle Carmine back in the day. Just saying, what's up? Keep grinding.
Who? Which one? Do you know an Uncle Carmine?
Carmine what?
I don't know. From Ramsey, New Jersey, Carmine.
Yeah, he didn't say it specifically to either or.
Oh, I think I know what he's talking about. Was it Della Cava? If it was Della Cava, yes. I was friends with him back in the day.
So I have Common Sense who says, Maddie, ask Gene if he got the Omerta tat removed since you were at it.
Did you get your murder tat removed?
No, never. That's a part of my life. My tattoos are a part of my life.
That's
it's a
it.
face. That's all it is. It's a part of my life. I'm leaving everything on me.
Good.
To ask, this is for Gene. Who was your biggest mentor in life? This is from Dean Justice. Thanks for your contribution.
What do you say?
Who's the biggest mentor in your life?
From Mafia?
Or whomever. You could tell them it was me.
In the organized crime world?
Yeah, just tell them it was me. It's okay.
Vinny Sarah taught me everything. I basically
You don't listen.
learned everything from a captain in the Consiglia, and even though he was a psychopath, they taught me everything. I knew all the rules. I knew all the sit-downs, how to win. I knew everything from Vinny and Ronnie. That's what mentored me since I'm 18 years old.
Okay.
So there was a comment here that says you guys sound bitter because you ratted and Joe Merlino has it.
How am I bitter? No, I'm calling it the way it is, folks. I'm not bitter.
Listen, you don't even know Jerry Molino would have been a rat because he never got charged with nothing serious. What do you face? 10 years? We're facing life. This guy's facing 5 years.
No, I gotta disagree with you with that, Gene. He did fight his cases. I gotta give him that. He went all out. He did do some time.
He never got more than
No, but he still fought his cases. So I disagree with that.
Facing no time.
The only thing,
bodies? He never had charged with a murder.
yeah, but
I got charged with every charge under the penal law system. He never got charged with these crimes.
I know, but I still gotta give him props. He did fight his case, but what he's doing now is a rat move. Coming on social media, that's a rat move for a boss.
100%.
An active boss, it's a rat move. How's you guys going to respect him? How are they going to respect him?
Dom, look up your charges. Look up mine. Look up his charges. He has gambling. Ooh, loan sharking. Are you kidding me? It's not no serious
Listen, I had my first death penalty
on,
case
bro.
at 22 years old, so trust me, I know.
I mean, I don't
Any
think
other
I don't know.
questions?
I just feel like he never had nothing to
How
be
many
a rat.
people on?
He never had no crimes to be a rat.
Oh.
Charged with at least. You don't know where anyone's heart at when you're facing life, bro.
Yeah,
You know?
but I gotta say you don't. But I'm not going to put that label on him. But I can put a label on. That's a rat move. Him going on social media as a crime boss.
100%.
And then you
Yeah,
have
it is a rat move.
Totoro, Sammy the Bull, inviting them on his show like they're going to be good old pals. To sit down with Sammy the Bull.
All right, so Xavier.
Well, I'll be honest. Well, here's the thing. At least Sammy, we know, was doing gangster shit, though.
Oh yeah,
Sammy was definitely doing gangster shit.
he was definitely a serial killer. Definitely.
100%.
Without a doubt. Serial killer, 1,000%.
That's a real family, not the Philadelphia mob with 10 guys. I'm just saying. I mean, come on. It's a whole different ballgame.
So Xavier James says, Dom, what's wrong with Joey telling, I lost it, telling a story about something he charged?
You know, one of Joey's guys was with me, right? Pete Tuccio. That was my guy.
Yeah.
He chased him. He got chased to Philly.
Right.
Yeah.
What's wrong? A crime boss shouldn't be on social media telling any stories. You don't see any of the five families. The only boss you've seen on there who left the life was John Gotti Jr. And he ratted too because there's 302s. He gave up information. So
John Jr. 100% is a rat. We all know that.
We know that.
There's no arguing that.
No,
we know he's a rat. I was locked up with guys that even knew that.
Sammy.
Said so many stories. He wasn't allowed to talk to nobody. He was sitting by himself. They were all labeling him a rat. Since I respect for his father, they didn't do nothing to him.
correct.
That's it. Yes, that's it. That's 100%. Same thing with Mike Francis. Mike Francis is a known rat. Even though he's a cool guy, but he's ratted too. He don't want to admit it, but he cooperated as well. You know? They all did. All these guys that are on YouTube, you're a cooperator. Bottom line. I'm sorry. That's it.
Any other questions, man?
Yeah, they're just coming.
All right.
Gene, did Gene cop to any bodies?
Gene, you copped any bodies?
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy to commit murder.
I had that conspiracy, and I had dozens of attempts. I had home invasions, armed robberies, arsons. I had shooting assaults. I had more crimes you had hair in your head. Put it that way.
Well, I'm losing my hair, so I don't have that much hair on my head
fucking,
left.
You name it. I had digging a hole. We tried to kill a witness. I dug a hole in the weeds. We tried to kidnap him for 2 weeks. I had fucked up charges, man. Guys wearing wires on me. Just horrible. They wanted me off the street, Dom.
No, I know.
All right, so Xavier says, Dom, what's wrong with Joey telling a story about something he was charged with? You're telling a story about killing someone. The same thing you bashed Sammy for.
No, I cooperated. So I became a rat. I took the easy way out. And I have immunity for all my crimes. Joey's
Same thing.
active. He's
Same
still
here.
in the mafia. He's talking about they're the good guys. Look in the newspapers, folks. They're still extorting restaurateurs, husband and wives. A maid guy in the Gambino crime family just punched a woman in the side of her head. That he's a good guy? The mafia is good? Then you're just as crazy as Joey for passing that statement.
Joey's lucky that it's this era. He would be dead.
Oh, I know. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting. I'm surprised his own guys don't chase him.
Who runs the Philly family now? Which family? Because I know the 5 families always switch running Philly. Who runs Philly right now? There's always one of the 5 families has them.
Joey, I have no idea. I don't know. I really don't care.
I remember when I was last out there, the Genovese family ran them because they ain't killing a cockroach with Genovese family, so you ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah.
So he can do what he wants because they're not killing a cockroach. They haven't killed nobody in 30 years. So there's no more worries really. There's no more fear, Dom. So these guys can do what they want. There's no more Joe Massinos ordering your murder over a dinner for saying something wrong. There's no more of those guys. They're all gone.
No, all the old timers are gone. You have a few? No, Genevieve still has them. They're just tucked away, and really they don't want any part of it. As the BS that goes on.
The violence is gone, bro. It's all Howard Beach, my neighborhood. You used to hear about shootings, stabbings, beatings, craziness. There's nothing going on no more. It's over. It's completely dead, bro. There's no more.
Well, Gene, in all fairness, too, it's a different era. You have cameras all over the place. To get away with something, you know, it's almost impossible.
Yeah.
So Nikki Stewart says, oh no, hold on. Anthony says, "What's up, Gene? It's Flick. These YouTuber people don't know you. You never hit a female."
What do you say?
Flick said these YouTubers don't know you, that you never hit a female.
Yeah, I know. Well, listen, like I said, I had a very good reputation in the street. I'm not trying to boost myself. I was a very feared guy. And anyone that knows me knows I was a real vicious guy. If you messed with Ronnie or Vinny, I was coming to get you by any means necessary. There was nothing stopping me. Everybody was terrified of me. I was known through the 5 boroughs for my family. Everybody's waiting for me just to get straightened out. Everybody wanted to be around me, all the young guys. I ruined that. That's it. That's what happened. Everyone knows my reputation. I protected everyone. I fought everybody's battles. I used to go out of my way for everybody, and I got to go under the stick. That's what happened to me. That's it. That's it.
So Maddie asks, what do you plan on doing now?
I have food trucks going up. I still have the car wash. I still have a lot of things going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things are in my favor. I'm just trying, honestly, I just want to live a regular life. I have a girl that I love very much, and we're just going to have a family together and live regular.
That's it. Take one day at a time, brother. One day at a time, and never forget your past. Because if you forget your past, you're doomed to fail.
Yes.
And you always have support from myself and the guys out there as well. The older guys. But, it's just calming down, keeping your head on your shoulders, not always being reactive with stuff. And that's it. And just remember, Gene, people could say what they want to say as long as they're not putting their hands on you. Let them say it. Then you could come back.
Absolutely.
You don't have to come back in a threatening manner, but you could come back the way we're doing now. And we're calling it the way it is. So instead of saying, I'm going to slap the shit out of them, we just said, you know what? You're a boss and you're on YouTube. You're a rat in my eyes. If I was still in the life,
who's that?
And Joey Molino went on YouTube, I'm calling him a rat.
Little slob. Who is that?
Who? I don't know. That's one of his flunkies with him.
All right, so
Rome what is he? What is he? A coffee getter?
Yeah, probably.
Rome asks, why was Bonventre taken out? Also, any interactions with this individual?
Bonaventura?
Bonventre.
I have no idea.
What do you say?
I don't know. Bonventre?
Who?
Bonventre.
What are you talking about? Jackie? Sonny's Autobot?
I think so. If Jack. What did he say?
Jackie?
Why was he taken out?
Taken out where?
I don't. Hold on. And any interaction?
Oh, that we don't know. That was before our time. If they're talking about, I think.
I thought you were talking about Jackie.
Yeah, no, Jackie's not dead.
Jackie.
Yeah, why was Bonventre taken out? Also, any interactions with this individual?
No, taken out in what sense? Taken shelved? He's not dead, so I don't know what you mean by taken out. So, Gene, what do you have planned this weekend? Anything?
No, I'm going to come back on with you. I want to come sit with you down next to
okay.
We'll talk and do it. No, I just think.
Yeah, let's do it next week where we can have a better format where you're here, personable, and we'll answer anybody's questions. And just try to stay calm because you're going to get a lot of negative feedback on that, myself included. And I was even told, Dom, why are you going to come on and talk about Joey? Why?
Dom, listen.
Let
Dom,
me,
at the
Gene,
end
let
of
me
the day,
just
think
say
about it,
one
break it
thing.
down. We get all the views, Dom. They need us.
But Gene,
I'm
let
a
me
views, Dom.
say
Dom, I get
one
all the
thing
views,
also.
Dom. I kill them all.
Gene, one thing. If I was still in the life and
Mhm.
Joey Molino, if I was out there now on the street, any capacity, an associate, and I saw Joey Molino, a boss of a family, going on social media, I'm calling him a rat. Because all the
Well, look
guys
who
in
did
New
it to
York,
John Jr. did it. We all call him a
right
rat.
now I'm
Remember?
in
When John Jr.
contact.
did it.
I'm in contact with an underboss
Yeah.
and two
Yeah.
captains from all different crime families, and they told me they
Yeah.
will not. They don't recognize him anymore. They do not recognize him. And how do
Well-
his guys feel? His guys have to feel the same way. Afraid.
If they're embarrassed. Well, I'm getting
And-
DMs from guys from Philly saying, bro, this guy's a clown. He's a joke. He looks
Yeah.
like an idiot.
All right. So you have a question from John. Can Gene comment on the old Gambino crew, Al, Rock, or Tony?
Love them all.
He loves them all.
I love them all. Mike Rock is a great guy. Frankie Rock passed away, one of my good friends. I love him, miss him. Al was a great guy. Always looked out for me. He got shelved. I don't know why. He was a good dude. You know, like I said, I love all them guys. That was the crew I was supposed to be with, but I didn't because my cousin Anthony cooperated, and it was hard for me to get with the Gambino family. So I went. That's really why I wanted to be honest. To be honest with you. Yeah.
Okay. What do you say?
That's it.
Go ahead, talk, Carrie. You could.
No, you hear me?
Oh
I think Lee Cole commented on
no, he said Lee Cole commented, so I want to see what he had to say.
Oh, Lee.
Hey Lee,
Lee
you
said
could
it was
text
cool
me
that
if you have a comment.
Lee Cole said it was cool. Lee Cole said it was cool because Joey Molino got shot. I never got shot. That was cool. Yeah, Joe, you're so cool for getting shot. Let me tell you, man.
Well, like they say, when you get shot, you have street creds, but it doesn't feel good.
He
Trust
said-
me,
he
I've
said,
been shot.
He said, "Wow, how about this? How about I confess to 17 shootings? Let's see what Joey Molino got. Let's see mine. I confessed to 17 shootings. What he got? Let's see what I confessed to. Let's go crime for crime. I'll do him. How about that? Every one who gives, I'll give 10. How about that? How about that?
Is
Gene.
And I'm
is
only
Gene
39 years
still
old.
Friends with A-Light?
Are you still friends with A-Light? There was a question.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, Johnny. Actually, Johnny talked to me. I spoke to Johnny. Johnny wanted to talk to you, Don. He said he had some funny stories to tell you about the little midget over there in Philly.
Yeah, we'll get on.
Yeah.
We'll all get on together.
Yeah.
Well, that's what
We're all
Mafia
gonna get on there.
Roundtable was
John Rubio,
created
too.
for.
John Rubio says he's got a lot to say. They want to come at him. I like John. John's a good
All
guy,
right.
man. John,
Yeah, I
John's
never
a good
met
kid,
him.
man.
Oh, so Lee Cole said Caesar Bonaventure was killed by Messino because Messino thought he was getting too powerful.
Correct. Joe Messino killed
What'd
a
he say?
lot of people because they thought.
Joe Messino ordered 22 murders. Joe
Yeah.
Messino killed people for their businesses.
Yeah,
Joe Messino was a fat
Joe
scumbag.
Messino was
Okay, so let's
ruthless.
just get into that.
Listen,
He's a piece of shit, Joe Messino.
but Gene, if anybody has bitter taste in their mouth, it's myself with Joe, because he set up
Of
Vinny
course,
and
but-
myself.
Yeah.
But
Joe was killing people for no reason.
But you have
Joe
to
was a
admit, he
evil
played
fuck.
the game well. He played even the prosecutors. He played everybody like they were puppets on a string.
Yeah, he was a piece of crap, that guy, bro.
Gene.
Good.
That's what he was.
On his girl because there was some-
Yeah, let's get something clear, folks.
Because he had-
Gene never laid hands on his girl. He was never arrested for putting his hands on his girl. There was never. Gene, is there any photos of any your girl beat up or anything?
Well, it says here that they have photos.
No, there was no domestic. There is no domestic.
Because somebody says
I
they
would
have
like you, bro.
photos
of him hitting women on the side of the
of you hitting women.
Never. Never
Okay,
happened.
so
There's no
it
proof.
would be
There's
all
no-
over
there's
the.
There's no
So
proof.
just hockeys.
Right. So Paul asked Gina, did either of you know Anthony Tony Pep, Transacosta from Ozone Park, Gambino skipper?
Who?
Anthony Tony
Who?
Pep.
Anthony who? Tony Pep?
Pep.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
How
Yeah.
was he?
He's all right. Yeah, he was nice. Yeah, whatever.
All right. Yeah, I didn't know him.
Yeah, I know he is.
Okay.
You don't care for him.
Nah, he's whatever. He's a regular. He wasn't a violent guy. He's a
Right,
nice
right.
guy. Whatever. He was a street dude, but not
Right.
not like no, I'm not a wild guy.
Anything else, Kerry?
No.
All right. Well, Gene, you're okay?
Yeah, I'm good. We'll do this again. I want to do it in person.
All right. So let's try to set something up next week, next Friday, or during the
Yeah.
week, whenever you can. And
Yeah.
I'll make the
Absolutely.
announcement. You'll come on because we do have a lot of
Maybe me and-
stories to tell. I want to tell the
maybe
Vinny
me-
story.
Yeah, maybe me and Johnny will stop by.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, listen, we could
All right.
we could set something up because I was out in Bocelli's with everybody with the.
Yeah, of
I
course.
don't know if you do know. I went out there. I had a fundraiser, so
Yeah.
we go ahead.
We were asked if Gene has an Instagram that he can follow.
Gene, you have an Instagram? You want to plug in?
Yeah. Yeah, it's my name, Gene Barello. Everyone got it. I got
Gene
60,000
Barello.
followers.
Gene Barello. Hey, Gene, did you try the vodka yet? My vodka?
No, I didn't. You didn't send me one. Bro.
Gene, you were in Bocelli's, right?
But,
Oh, you
yeah, I
fucked
had
up,
to.
Gene. Don't talk to
Yeah,
me.
it was
That's it. Wait
Yeah,
till I
that's
get Mike then. I'm going to tell him, you better be pushing my shit there.
Yeah, I love that restaurant, bro. That's
Yeah,
an awesome
it's
place to
nice.
say.
It's nice. All right, pal. Thank you
All right.
for coming
Yeah,
on.
sure. And call me after.
Okay, and I'm going to continue to stay on, answer questions. So, Gene, I'll talk to you later.
All right.
All right, bye.
Oh, bye.
Yes, what? Okay. All right, folks. So everybody heard our thoughts, what we feel about what's going on with Joey Molino. And I'm not hating. I'm not hating, just calling it the way I see it, the way it is. And if I was in the life, even guys in the life will tell you, if a boss goes on, even a captain, number one, if it's a soldier, they're probably going to get killed. And if they do go on social media that they're talking on YouTube, Facebook is one thing. You're not talking. You're just showing pictures. You're showing family photos. But if you're getting on social media talking, people are looking at you who are in the life, that guy's a rat. Because there's no way. And especially challenging the government, that you're going to expose the government, not a good move, like I said from the beginning. But to each his own, he could do whatever he wants to do. I'm just calling it the way I see it. And listen, if it walks like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck. And people out there, don't tell me Joey Molino will never rat. That's what they said about Joe Massino. And Joe Massino, if he didn't rat, would have went down as the best boss, the greatest boss in history, up there with Lucky Luciano. And that's a fact, folks. That is definitely a fact. And yet he ratted. And again, Joey Molino couldn't shine his shoes on Joey's best day. So with that, I'll take some questions if you have. And also tomorrow, we're going to do the final chapter. Probably do it about 10 a.m. The final chapter of the George Keogh murder. We'll go into that. And then I have other topics to talk about. Everybody also go to egvodka.com, order your vodka. We're in 44 states. Excellent vodka, 100% organic, gluten-free. If you order one bottle, if you order 3 bottles, the shipping's the same price. So we'll have a subscription base put up, in the next few weeks. But go to egvodka.com, order your vodka today.
48 Grizzly. Dom, did you ever know Tony Sabatino back in the day?
Tony Sabatino. Name sounds familiar. Off the top of my head, I have to say no. And people, I stick up for my friends. I was always for the underdog. Gene's one of the underdogs. He's out there. As you can see, he's very explosive, but he keeps it real. He doesn't BS, and he just has to calm down a little bit. That's all. It'll take time. It'll take schooling him, and I'm up for the task. But again, like I told Gene, after a few times, if he goes wild, there's nothing I could do. You can only lead a horse to water. You can't have him drink or teach him to drink. So
Baker's Man says, "Come on, Dom, talk about that BS move you tried in Canada in 2000 and cried and begged for mercy when you got an answer. LOL."
In Canada
in 2000.
I don't know. The only thing with Canada I dealt with was marijuana, where I met people. I met the mules. It was a husband and wife, so I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never entered Canada until recently. Actually, about 7 months ago was the first time I ever stepped foot in Canada. So I think you might have got the wrong Dom.
Sean Miller, Philly has always been different. Philly guys made their own rules. Joey used to be on the radio when I was a kid and giving out food at the boys club and girls club. Being in the public eye isn't new.
Okay. Well, I commend him for that, helping people. I even announced that he's going to be giving out 500 turkeys for Thanksgiving and bicycles. I commend him for that. And I'm just keeping it the way I see it. I have nothing against Joey, nothing at all. He could say what he wants about me. I'm okay with that. It's cool. But I just call it the way I see it. And that's it.
Mike asked, do you have any friends outside the life?
Yes, I have a few friends. I have a lot of acquaintances, but maybe 1 or 2 people that I call friend.
Dom, great show. Did you used to hang outside of Williamsburg, Brooklyn?
No, not really. I was only there a few times. The few times I was at Brooklyn, I was meeting up with Mickey Boy Paradiso, and it was a dear friend of mine also, and he's with the Gambino crime family, but I forgot the name of the place I used to meet him at over there. It was by the bridge. So somebody will remind me.
You have a contribution. Thank you. Can't Stop, Won't Stop from Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Why was Tommy Karate afraid of Bruno? Something from when they were kids, maybe?
I guess it was, yes. I guess it was when they were kids. But Bruno has a serious reputation. I even saw it in jail one day. Bruno and I worked out together, and there was a lifer. Bruno was going home. Bruno had about 4 years left. There was a lifer there who did something to Bruno. Bruno took the dumbbell, threw it at him. I was shocked and went at the guy. And this guy was known as a dangerous guy, never going home. And the guy backed up. So Bruno had a temper. You just had to push him. And back in the day, I heard when he was partying, he was a dangerous guy. So there's no doubt about it. And it's just, I guess, I'm not sure who's older, but Tommy feared him. Tommy admired him. So it is what it is. That's from what I heard.
So HX2, Roy Munson needs to get off social media and go for a tug. He doesn't add anything interesting to the conversation.
Yeah, but people could have their negative comments as long as it makes sense. So you could see there's going to be bitterness. You can't please everybody all the time. There's a lot of Joey Molino people out there supporting him, which is good. I looked today, there's over 20,000 subs. I mean, I'm just amazed. Give him props for that. But people, yes, it's different. A mob boss going on YouTube. But that's a rat move. I'm sorry. It's like dry snitching. Whether he's telling, not telling, telling stories. To me, it's just, it's cooperating. It's cooperating. Or potential to cooperate.
Does the mob today embrace any technology to protect sensitive conversations like Wi-Fi and cell phone jammers, bug detectors, or encrypted messages?
I know before all this technology advanced so much, we would take the batteries out of the phones, go on walk talks, nothing on us around our waist. Not the pagers, no phones, zero electronics. So there's precautions they could take, but today's mafia, I feel they got lazy. There's too much surveillance surveillance gadgets out there. So it's just being careful, being smart.
Jam and Jet, 42 years of sobriety. Congrats.
Congratulations for that. Wow, 42 years.
Did you know any of the Pittsburgh guys?
Just from jail, and I would have to really go back in my mind because I met hundreds, if not thousands of guys in the jail system in the 20 years I did in federal custody.
So Guitar Lover 80, thanks for the contribution. Do you think that Gene will get clipped by Joey Merlino?
No, I don't think so. I think Joey Molino, now don't get me wrong, if there was an altercation, they ran to each other, then something could happen. But I don't think Joey's going to do anything. What he's doing is a no-no. He shouldn't be on social media. So his guys are upset, because they feel offended, especially when somebody goes at Joey. But Joey has to realize he's putting everybody at jeopardy, but he overlooks that. And that's what people overlook too. He's putting everybody at risk being on social media. Good.
Hold on. Heads up of the 5 families will have their next meeting on TikTok.
Oh, I'm sure. TikTok, Instagram. You'll see Tommy Shots doing the twerk. You're going to have a lot of guys out there. Actually, Tony Urso, Michael knows. They'll be freestyling, so I could picture that one.
So Richie Rich says, Dom, I remember you saying that the government had nothing on you and Vinny and that you guys would have beat the case. Why would Vinny take a plea for 27 years?
To wrap up the case with everybody. And remember, I say that because it's just a fighter's mentality. They had tapes on Vinny. They had the Big Lou tape, James Taglione, where Vinny, and I have that tape. I'm going to play it eventually. Where Vinny's talking about, it wasn't me that killed the guy, but if it was me, they would have no forensics. They would have no shooters. They wouldn't know the cars, the weapon. You know, it's like, how would you know that, Vinny? So he is on tapes talking about bodies. He had Joe Messino, who he talked about bodies. So there was some evidence, but I felt we beat the case. But more than likely, we take pleas. You take pleas, it wraps everything up. But he chose not to.
So the Bronx says, Dom, how do you complain about Joe Merlino when you claim you're talking to an underboss? No underboss, wise guy, or associate should be in contact with you. Please explain.
Correct, but he's not on social media. I didn't expose the guy's name. That's the difference. That's the difference.
Chatting with Stacks Show says, hey, Darren, remember when your girlfriend got pregnant by another guy and you did nothing about it?
Okay, really? Well, he's not an intelligent person. If you ever saw him, that's one of the trolls out there on YouTube. So at least come up with an intelligent, just shows your mental capacity or your education you have.
Dom, who's the best street fighter in the mob? By Mustang Mike.
The best street fighter nowadays, I don't know. I would have to say pound for pound. You have to go with, but he's not in the mob. His father's in the mob. I would say John Gotti Jr. III. From what I saw, you know, the kid has heart. Pound for pound, I think he'd be tough. But I don't know. I haven't been in the life for a while, so I don't know who's out there. But I'm sure you have guys who could throw hands.
So Big G says, hey, Dom, do you think, he says Bruno, but maybe it's Bruno.
Bruno.
Yeah, still recruits for the family today?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure there's people that he likes, he'll bring in. But I hope Bruno has enough sense to walk away, especially with Michael Nose in charge, you know. But who knows? I wish him the best, and I hope he enjoys the rest of his life free.
All right, so Guillermo also says, Don, please answer this question. Are the made guys from New York City that are both in touch with you not breaking protocol even more than Merlino? You're a cooperator.
Yes, everybody's breaking protocol, but the difference is they're not on YouTube. I'm not exposing them, and that's it. They're speaking to me out of friendship, long friendship, because there's a lot of people in the mob that felt I got screwed over. Joe Messina wore a wire on us. Vinny's talking about murders that he shouldn't have been talking about. And basically, I got framed. You know, it works both ways, folks. There's, you know, loyalty is a two-way street. And there's a lot of people that still care for me that are in the mob. And they said that was the best thing I could have ever did, leave the life. Because the life is not what it once was.
So Baker's man says, haha, no, not the wrong Dom, LOL liar. Canada sent you packing. Remember Don Violi and the Hamilton crew gave you answer.
Where? Where? Tell me. Show me. Because I was never, anybody who knows me, I was never in Canada. So you don't know what you're talking about. The only one who went up to Canada was Vinny, Sal the Ironworker. Those are the only two that I know. So again, never in Canada, and you have no clue what you're talking about.
Somebody asked, who are your handlers?
Don't worry about that. That's it.
Is this Bruno the same one from Frog's Neck, Dominic Bruno?
No, that's another Bruno, younger. They're talking about Anthony and Delicato Bruno. He was living in Howard Beach. He was married to Kathy Burke, who is the daughter of Jimmy Burke, the guy in Goodfellas.
William asks, Dom, have you ever been married? If so, for how long?
Yes, I was married 4 times. This is my 4th marriage. Every time ended in divorce, obviously. This last one, I'm married 9 years now. And this is the longest I've been home as an adult. I'm out 10 years, a little over 10 years now. And it's the longest I've been with a woman, well, in my adult life. I'm 56 years old. Young.
Have you ever watched X Wise Guy's channel, John Panisi?
Yes, I watched his channel. Well spoken. It seems very well educated.
Tony Montana, Dom, this is the man. Salute from Belgium.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Belgium in the house. Much love.
Someone says they feel sorry for Gene.
You don't have to feel sorry for him. He's learning. He's growing as a person. He just has to learn to slow down a little bit, calm down, listen more, and don't be as reactive when people come at you. And he'll do it. I have faith in him. If not, he's the only one to blame, and he'll suffer for it.
So Matthew says Vinny, since he was young, was connected to Canada. He was even seen in a wedding photo in Canada.
Yes, Vinny used to go up to Canada. So there's no doubt about it. But I was never in Canada. The only time I ever went to Canada was about 6 months ago. I was up there filming.
Vinny Gass, thanks for your contribution. Dom, with the muddying down of pure Italian bloodlines, do you think the mob will start making guys that are 50% Italian on their mother's side?
They have. It's already happened that, guys are straightened out, that the mothers aren't Italian. It's already happened. Myself, I'm 100% Italian. And guys, I want you to go ahead. You could keep on, Maddie. I'm just looking something up right now.
Dom, did you know CZ Produce?
CZ Produce. No, I didn't. I might have an inkling who it is. So if you want to indicate who it is, I could verify or not.
All right. Did Bruno talk about getting revenge for his father?
No, Bruno never talked about getting revenge. That's what I don't like. Because if it was Vinny would have definitely killed Joe. Definitely. And by the way, folks, I did an interview yesterday with Tom DeVecchio, I'm sorry. And Mobsters Inc. Go on Mobsters Inc. I think it was a really good interview. He asked me a lot of questions. And there's some of the questions, some of the answers have never been heard before on YouTube. So go to Mobsters Inc. Check out the video I did yesterday, the interview with Tom DeVecchio, and I'm sure you'll really like it. Great. I thought it was a great interview. So did my wife. Yes, a lot of good questions, and some of the answers were never told before on YouTube. So check it out.
So Xavier says, it's funny how when Sammy said he talks to active guys, everybody went batshit crazy. But Dom just said he's talking to underbosses and soldiers. So it's not impossible, folks.
No, it's not. It's not impossible. There's a lot of people, they have love for you out there. I mean, I was in the trenches. I helped out a lot of people. People don't forget. I mean, even people that said they will never talk to me again or back in my life, we're talking, they're like, I had a raw deal. And everybody knew on the street. There was even women out there talking about, it's disgusting what they're doing to me, what they're doing to my family, what Michael knows Mancuso did to me, what Vinny and his family did to me. And that's a fact, folks. I mean, I had zero support. And I'll even give you a story. Vinny owed me over $1 million. So was selling one of the homes that they built with Robert Van Zandt, Anthony Donato. They were partners. I was supposed to get $50,000 from that deal. All right. Not even what Vinny owed me. That's what I was supposed to get. That was my end, my cut. After the home sold, Vinny said, I'm giving the $50,000 to Jeffrey. I'll send it to Jeffrey Lippman. Cool, my attorney. Vinny then told me, he says, hey, did Anthony Donato give you anything? I said, yes, Anthony Donato sent me $5,000. And Vinny was like, that's it? I said, yeah, but he didn't have to send me the $5,000. That was nice of him. Gave me $5,000. When I saw Jeffrey 3 weeks later, I asked Jeffrey, did Vinny give you the $50,000? He said no. Our next co-defendant meeting, Jeffrey never got the $50,000. Vinny turned around and told me, I needed it for Steven's lawyer. Steven's facing an assault charge. Steven's his son. I'm like, you just made about $150,000 yourself. You took my $50,000 and you gave it for your son's lawyer? So, folks, if that doesn't put a bit of taste in people's mouth, especially I'm in jail because of your big mouth, come on. It's just disgusting.
So, Sean Miller, Dom, I love you, brother, but any active guy speaking to you should be shelved. You said you talked to the FBI months ago. They should always fear what you could potentially do to them. I
wouldn't. I'm done cooperating. So they call me to see how I'm doing. I'm okay. Things are okay. It's just a check. So actually, some of them are my friends. We became friendly. Merry Christmas. How were the family? How were the kids? So I could speak to whoever I want to speak to. I'm a free man. I'm no longer in the life. To say that, I have to agree with you. Because if I was in the life, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Because if it was Vinny that turned on me, or I was close with somebody, or say Vinny cooperated and didn't hurt me, and then he contacted me, I don't know. I don't know. So I can't answer that honestly. But you do make good points. That is a valid point. I can't knock that. But it is what it is, and I'll never expose them because it's none of anybody's business. I'm a free man, and that's it. So anything?
No.
All right, guys. Start wrapping it up. Guys, thank you for the show, the comments. I know I'll be answering them tonight in the morning. Tomorrow, stay tuned, 10 a.m. We're going live with the final chapter of the George Keogh murder. Tune in, hear what happens. And with that, everybody have a wonderful evening, great weekend. Go to egvodka.com, buy your vodka. And people, hit that like button, hit subscribe. Hit subscribe. Let's see if we can get this needle moving. Thank you. Much love to everybody. Peace out.